I'm going to go ahead and record. Okay, so this is our daily dose of GoPro coming straight from Vegas. I wish you guys were here. I don't know if you can see it behind us. Oh, God. Can you guys see what's out there? I don't know if you can see it or not. It looks really pretty. That's our view from our room. It looks awesome. I wish y'all were here. I can't even talk. Myself and some of the girls on the team we're going to share tonight. But I'm going to get it started because right now it's Dana and I in here and we're waiting for the rest of the girls to come over. So I forget who had this idea. Susanna had the idea to do this actually, so props to her, of doing a daily dose of GoPro. So there's so many freaking things I want to tell you guys. Like, the shit is like mind blowing. Like, we're all like, yes, let's go out and change the world even more and go help all these people. We're all so excited and we're like, and they're learning and we just want to go work and help people. So inspiring. There's so many different things I want to share, but there's two different things I'm going to talk about tonight. And then the rest of it we'll kind of talk about as weeks come along. So one thing, Dana, what was that you just told me a second ago that Susan Sly said? Dana's coming in here. Do not give up. Okay, so Dana said that her biggest thing, you want to pull the chair over?
I'm doing my makeup.
She's doing her makeup right now. You can pull the chair over. Do you want to pull the chair over?
It's okay. I'm just going to.
All right.
Okay.
So, do you want to explain it to them? I'll just let Dana explain it to you guys.
Okay, so I think
I'll take on.
with her, I was so impressed because she
We're
was
talking about
diagnosed.
Susan Sly, by the way, guys. She was one of the speakers today.
First of all, she was absolutely beautiful and radiant. And second of all, she was diagnosed with progressive MS about 20-something years ago. They gave her 10 years and she'd be in a wheelchair. 20 years and she'd be dead. So she's defied all those odds. Not only did she defy those odds, she has ran the Boston Marathon like 6 times. This woman is amazing. But what she said, and it's so simple, but it resonated with me, is she said she was laying on her couch, depressed, and she said, God, this is not the life I intended to lead. And so she got herself up and she said, I said to myself, don't quit. And she didn't. And 20-something years later, she is amazing. And running the flipping Boston Marathon.
And I'm pretty sure, did I write down how much money she's earned, or does it say in there?
She's over $1 million.
Yeah.
She's like multi-millionaire.
Yeah, something insane like that.
Okay, I'm going to go finish.
Okay. So there are some other things that like Eric Worre was talking about along with those things, like just not giving up and how most people do give up, most people do quit. So I want to just share a little bit about that, and I'm going to share with you guys what Susan taught us today. So I'm just going to give you guys some statistics. It's kind of crazy because we're really lucky to be in network marketing, and there's different things that like stress us out and we get frustrated with when people tell us, it's just freezing in here, when people tell us no, whatever, we might, or when our coaches quit, we might feel like we're like the worst person in the world. But when you think about it, like, we are so blessed because when you think about like brick and mortar companies, like people that have to start up, what are those things called? I don't remember. A franchise. When people have to start up a franchise, they have to pay like at least, I think it's like $50,000 or $500,000. Okay, $65,000 to start up a franchise, and there's no guarantee that they will earn that back. And usually it takes them about 3 years to break even, which is insane in the membrane. And Eric also shared with us, where the hell did it go? Over 90% of people who are in real estate, just as an example, they never sell a home. 90% of people that are licensed to do that. That's freaking nuts. And over 50% of people who start a business on their own fail in the first 3 years. So, I mean, you guys, we literally have to pay like $100 something to join this business and we can become a millionaire. And I mean, I met a guy that's the top coach with Beachbody in Canada. I went to lunch with him the other day. He became a millionaire in in 2 years because he worked hard and he made it happen. So we're really blessed that we don't have to worry about all these stressful things that other industries have to worry about. And Eric also talked a little bit about a lot of people are not trained to be able to do what we do. A lot of people are trained to be employees and work for other people. They don't have the entrepreneurial mindset. So when you're thinking about people that you're bringing into your team, just know that most people quit. About 90% of people quit. So don't feel discouraged if, people aren't cut out for this because not everyone is. So those are a couple things I wanted to say first. And then I'm going to go into talking about what Susan Sly taught us today. And then some of the girls, they're on the walking over here now. So they're going to share as well their biggest takeaways. So what Susan Sly talked about today, it's called NLP, which stands for some really long word that I'm probably going to say wrong. I can't even say it, neuro-linguistic programming. So she said that this is something, I can't remember who taught her this. My notes are very jumbled up. But essentially, this is the art of persuasion. And we don't want to persuade people to do what they don't want to do. That's not the idea of this. We're not trying to like be slimy salespeople by any means. But the thing is that most people are so afraid of change. Everyone wants change, but most people are so afraid of it. I think he said 90% of people are so afraid of it that they will live their whole life out of fear and not actually do anything because they're so afraid of what may happen. So when you apply this NLP to the conversations that you're having, you're going to have drastic results. Susan said that when she started incorporating this into her opportunity presentations, her closing rate before that, I think, was 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4, and then she changed it to 90%. So once she applied this, her closing ratio went from 25% to 90%. Now, of course, that's not a guarantee that that will happen with everybody, but that's just an example of what happened for her. So I started thinking about these things, and these are what I'm going to tell you guys. There's 5 different things you want to look at. These are things that I have been doing myself just because I've been to all these conferences and I've done all this personal growth, and it's just like ingrained in me or whatever, but I've never actually taught it in 5 steps. And it's really helpful when it comes to how we're talking to people, our conversations, what we're writing about in our Facebook posts, how we're talking to people in our invites, because that's how you build a business. This business is not complicated. All we have to do is talk to people. And if we're not getting results, we just have to talk to more people. But if you're not saying the right things and saying it in a way to them that helps them get over their fears that they're having and help show them, the whole goal is to show them that what we have is a solution to a goal or a need that they have. Once you can show them that, once you can show them that what we have will fill a goal or a need that they have, they will sign up, I promise you. I could go off on a tangent about that, but we don't have enough time. Just remember that. Always focus on their goals and needs. So there's 5 things that Susan told us. There's 5 different questions that I'm going to give you guys on how the NLP process works. Because what we have to do is we have to be relatable to people so that we can, like I said, we have to get them to realize that what we have fills a goal or a need, and we have to do it in a way that makes sense to them. So I'm going to give you guys the 5 questions, and then what we did as a group, the group that's here, we brainstormed at lunchtime, and we kind of answered the 5 questions because I wanted to be able to share some things with you guys. So the first question is, what is the universal problem? Now, that could be, when we're thinking about that, we're thinking about, like, what is a problem that people need to be solved? Is it they want to lose weight? They want to save on their energy bill? Maybe they need makeup. Like, we're talking about network marketing companies here. So those are just different network marketing companies. Of course, for us, we have the health and fitness solution. So our universal problem would be that most people go on diets and there's a 98% failure rate. So what we talked about a little bit at lunch, what is the universal problem? And again, all of these things that I'm sharing with you guys, can you guys still hear me? It says my internet connection is unstable. Just give me a thumbs up or type in the chat box. I don't know if it's still working or not. I'll type in the chat box. Can y'all hear me? I hope that it's still working. I'm just going to keep talking until someone tells me otherwise. So some of the things that we brainstormed about what is the universal problem are
You are muted.
Oh my God, I didn't realize I was muted. I'm such a dipshit. Dear Lord, thank you. Okay, so with the universal problem, what we brainstormed at lunch, I think the last thing you guys heard me say was there's a 98% failure rate. So some things that we talked about that a universal problem would be in regards to Beachbody, like the problem that we can help people solve is that people are trying to lose weight, but they didn't. There my internet goes again. I hope you guys can still hear me. Just unmute yourself if you can't. And then let's see, the yo-yo dieting. Most people want to be physically, emotionally, and financially fit, off meds, etc. like that. Most people want to have a support team, be connected, be part of something bigger than themselves, and be happy. And everyone wants that. Everyone wants to live the life of their dreams. Everyone wants to change and have a better life. But most people don't know how, or they're afraid of it. So that's the universal problem that we can help people with. Oh, there's Susanna. Hi, Susanna. She's here in Vegas, too. She must be at her hotel. Can you guys still hear me? I guess if you can't hear me, can you hear me now? Let's see. I'm just going to keep on going. I typed in the chat box. This internet is crazy. Okay, so point number 2 is what are the other solutions that do not work for people? I'm going to text one of you guys to make sure y'all can still hear me. I'll text Hattie just because I know you have an iPhone and it's quick. Whoa, hang on. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can still hear me? Anybody? Yeah? Okay, good. All right. I'll have to text somebody then. Okay, so point number 2. What are the other solutions that do not work? So, okay, I was reading my notes. So we went through some of these things and talked about what are the other solutions that are out there for people to lose weight, get healthy, get financially free and whatnot, and what is not working. So some things that don't work for people. Who else just got on here? Hi, Taylor. Fad diets, magical pills, exercise without a support community, and a lack of connection from that community. And we were just talking a little bit about Bob Proctor today, talked about how most people trade in their time for money. So most people go into jobs so they don't have, what's the word that I'm looking for? They're not leveraging their time. So their time is being spent working for someone else, and they're going to get paid for that time that they spent, but they're not investing that time to where they could be getting paid even more money. Like with our company and our opportunity, we can get paid money when we sleep. Whereas when we're working for someone else, we're not getting paid money when we're sleeping. So we kind of talked a little bit about that. And when this is not to put down 9-to-5 jobs, I had a 9-to-5 job for a while. But when you work for someone else, you're being put in a box for how much you earn, when you can earn it, how you can earn it. And with this opportunity, you can earn how much ever you want to earn. You don't have to have a boss. You don't have to listen to anyone else. So those are some solutions that do not work. I'll go through it again. Fad diets, magical pills, exercise without support communities and lack of connection with that community, and then being put in a box with how much you earn, when, and how. Okay, so the third question is, what is our solution and why is it better? And I know I've said this a few times, but I want you guys to really think every time you do a post and every time you're in a conversation with someone, think about these questions, because if we can perfect this thing, if we can figure out what people need, everyone will sign up, I promise you. Dani Johnson taught us a little bit of this concept when I went to her conference in 2013. And I'm telling you guys, I'm pretty sure I had like a 90% closing ratio back then. I was like top recruiter a few weeks after I applied what I learned at her conference. Okay, so point number 3 is, what is our solution and why is it better? So some things that we have to offer at Beachbody, we have a money back guarantee. If they drink the whole damn bag of Shakeology and they hate it, they get all of their money back within 30 days, of course. Or if they sign up as a coach and they hate it within 30 days, they can get their money back. Our systems, like our meal plans, make it simple. You don't have to count any freaking calories. You don't have to figure out how many macros you need. You just use a damn color-coded container and it makes life easy. And it teaches people about proper nutrition. I lost my place in the notes. Oh, we also provide training, like for the coach opportunity. When they join us, they get part of a team that shows them exactly how to be successful step by step and makes it super easy. So that was number 3. What is our solution and why is it better? So some other things that we brainstormed at lunch are that we provide, Robin pointed this out and it was really good. We offer 3 things that I don't think there's any other company out there that does this. We offer number 1, support. Number 2, products that are proven to work, that have results. And number 3, we provide an opportunity for people to cover the cost of their products or earn more money, as much money as they want to. And no one else does that. No one else provides all 3 options. I cannot understand my writing that part. Oh, and we're also doing our part to end the national trend of obesity. There's other companies out there in health and wellness, and this is not to put them down, but they don't have all the components that we have. Dana's coming over here now. Do you want to pull your chair next to me or no?
Yeah, and we also provide one of the other things, if I can jump in, is okay.
Please jump in.
Okay, so
of course it's okay. Just put my shit over here. Sorry, guys.
Ow.
Oh God, are you okay?
Yeah. So one of the other things that we talked about too was that something I read recently and have read many times, I think over and over, is from the moment that we leave our mother's womb, we're looking to connect. We're always looking to connect. And Beachbodies provides an opportunity for people to connect on many different levels. And one of the things I said to Jessica too was that so far it seems like everybody that I've met in Beachbodies has a story of something that was a failure at some point that they have overcome or they're working to overcome. And that's a way that I think people just connect so much in this company. There's such a connection. And that's not something that people get everywhere. I mean, think of all the jobs that you've had. I mean, did you feel connected most of the time? I know I didn't. For me, I was an executive recruiter, so I felt like I was being backstabbed all the time because it was competitive. And though our business is competitive, it's like we compete together as a team and we connect. At least that's how I feel. So I think connectivity is something that's provided that that most companies don't provide. Most other opportunities, especially in exercise, just think about all the different times you've tried to, do some type of exercise. People fail because there isn't a connectivity. There isn't a support. There isn't a like-minded group of people supporting them and pushing them. So I think that's something else that we provide.
Yes,
connectivity.
Agree. Okay, thank
you.
We
connected.
We did. Yay.
We've gotten very friendly.
Yes, we have. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, so I think that was really I'm just reading through my notes to see if there was anything else. Yeah, that was really it from the point. That was point number 3, right? We're on number 3, right, guys? Y'all were listening to us, right? Point number 3. Okay, so the 4th question, thank you for that, Dana. The 4th question is, what makes us qualified in order to give people this solution to the universal problem? So, hang on one second. Okay, so one thing that qualifies us for that is being able to share our struggles and our story. That's what makes us qualified. Having experienced ourselves going through whatever it may be. I'm sure that every person on this team has joined probably because they have struggled at some point in their life with health and fitness. Raise your hand if that's true. I've struggled with it on and off my whole life. So I think we all can relate. We all have a story. Where the hell did number 4 go down? Oh, it's on the next page. So some things that make us qualified, like I said, are our own personal experiences, our transformations, and then there's so many, what am I trying to say? I'm so brain dead right now, you guys. We have so much information and we're still going for 3 more hours starting in 30 minutes. So there's things in the online office because I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. But Beachbody and Shakeology is, what is
proven products.
Thank you. Like there's like experts that, is validate the right word?
It's validated, approved.
I can't think of the word.
There's thousands of people that have been transformed.
Yeah. And there's a video in the Coach Online office it's like the 100 Doctors video where they're all talking about how Shakeology is such a quality product and why. So there's stuff out there. Like there's experts that are approving what we're doing. I can't think of the word that I'm looking for, but that's what makes us qualified. Thank you. Yes, that's the word, endorsing. And then number 5 is, what is the evidence? So that really kind of goes along with what we were just saying. I know I tell you guys this all the time. Facts tell, stories sell. That's why anytime you guys get an objection, I'm always like, did you share a story? Did you share a story? Did you share a story besides your story? Because that's what matters. People love you and they want to hear your story, but no offense. People want to hear that it's working for someone else too. People love you, but they want to know that someone else is doing it too. So sharing your stories with others, sharing your story and the stories of others with the people that you're talking to, that's the evidence. With the results of what they achieved, how they felt before that, and share smaller stories too. Like, don't feel like if you don't earn a 6-figure income or you're not debt free or whatever, that you don't have a story. You actually have an advantage if that's not your story, because most people can't relate to me since that's my story. You want to share smaller things like being able to pay for your Shakeology, or being able to pay for your light bill, or being able to fill up your gas tank with what you're earning with Beachbody. Send your kids to summer camp, different things like that. We just got room service, so we're going to have to go in a second because we are only going to have a few minutes to sharp this down. And there's scientific data-driven evidence. Sorry, I'm like trying to read my notes and that didn't even make sense. There's evidence, like I was saying, about, Susanna raised her hand. Hang on one second. There's evidence provided that this stuff is working. Now more people are coming. Oh, let me unmute you, Susanna. Hi. Hey, guys. Are you unmuted, Susanna?
Hey, I just wanted to add to that, like what you were saying too, because she was saying she gave the letters ETR, earn the right. Yes. So basically like that, when you're telling the truth about your product, you have to earn the right, with these people as well. So basically to kind of go into what Jess is saying, tell them, who stands by it, what it's going to do for you and things like that. So you also have to earn the right, to have them on your team as well. So I just kind of want to throw that in there real quick. I'm getting dressed though.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that, because I wanted all of you guys to talk. So thank you for coming on and sharing that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys. Thanks, girl. All the other girls are here. Miriam's right here too. Can you guys see her? I'm going to get them to talk in a second. Thank you so much, Susanna. Feel free to interrupt me if there's anything else, because you were in there too. So yeah, that's number 5, guys, is what is the evidence? We have stories, we have scientific data. So I'll go through the 5 points with you guys again, and then we all have food that we have to scarf down, like I said, but I'm going to give Robin and Miriam just got here. Is Dawn with you guys?
No, she was grabbing food, and I thought she was.
Okay, don't worry. You can tell me in a minute. Miriam and Robin are going to talk in a second. I'm going to go through the 5 points again. And I know I've said this 3 times, but again, I want you guys to think about when you're writing your posts and when you're in conversations with people and when you send your invites, think about these 5 things, because if you can find their goals and their needs and show them that you have a solution for their problem, they're going to sign up. It's telling me my internet connection is unstable. Let me make sure that you guys can hear me. Can you hear me still? So point number 1, what is the universal problem? Number 2, what are other solutions that do not work? Number 3, what is our solution and why is it better? Number 4, what makes you qualified? And number 5, what is the evidence? So I will type this stuff up at some point in time once I'm home, and I can post that on the team page. Miriam, do you mind coming over here to share real quick?
Sure.
Miriam's going to come over here and share. It can be about this presentation today, or this one we were just talking about, or any other presentation. So she's going to share her takeaways. Love you guys.
Hey guys. I've really gotten so much out of this, but one of the biggest things that has stood out to me is your mind. Your mind is your power. Your mind is what controls your success. Your mind and what you think of yourself is, it's 135,000% what we need to do for this business to work. I had when he did the whole, we had to say, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am worth it. That part broke me down, because I have to reprogram my brain to think differently than what I've been thinking. Because if you're still thinking that way, if you still doubt your worth and just everything about you, any doubt in you is just it's not healthy. And I'm learning how to get rid of that. And that's just something, it's just been leaps and bounds of self-discovery and I don't know, reprogramming my brain. So I hope all of y'all are getting some great stuff from it too.
Adjust to the light.
Bye.
Thanks, girl.
Hello. Hello. It's kind of dark, but hi, Eddie. My biggest takeaway was about mindset. And I think it is a common theme that all speakers touch on, but Eric Worre, it's much better. But Eric Worre today really spent a lot of time talking about things are not going to change until you change. And so, you know, if you're stuck, or you feel like you're stuck, or you feel like, you know, you're doing all this work, and I'm a great example of that, and nothing is happening, then, you know, don't get mad about not getting the results. Just focus on getting better. And that's kind of where things will start to change. And it is a process, and it's going to take some time. But if you just get your mindset right, and your mindset when it comes to everything, when it comes to rejection, when it comes to crickets, when it comes to, you know, all the things that we face, if you think about it, you know, in terms of, you know, those are just not the right people, maybe it's just not the right time, maybe, you know, it could be a lot of things, but don't take it personal. Just keep going, because you will eventually get to your yes, and it's about planting the seeds. And it's all about mindset and putting in the work and doing the things that nobody else really wants to do, but doing them consistently. Eventually it will happen. And you just got to believe that. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to believe in the process. And I know it may seem like very overwhelming that we're going to do these calls daily while we're here. It's only going to be one more, but it's a ton of great information that's being shared. I think Jessica looked at me today. I was like, you know what? I have just on the speakers today alone, you know, she could spend like 18 calls going over what was covered today. It's that much great information. So whenever there is another event like this, I highly recommend that people try to get there. And if you can't, and they offer the live streaming, try to do that as well. Because it's just, there was a lot of aha moments, and, you know, we're all pumped up and are ready to go back and light fires under all the prospects that told us that we know that we can help, and we know this is a great opportunity for us. So that's all I have, and I'm going to turn it back over to Jessica.
This is the Ferris wheel time. Okay, I have a mouthful of salad right now. Sorry.
I know.
Okay, I don't really have anything else to say, because they did a really good job. So just listen to what they just said, and I give you guys the 5 things. This lighting is horrible. Ew. And I love all of you, but we have to go rush now to eat to get back downstairs on time. So we'll do another one of these. What is today? Today's Thursday? Tomorrow Friday? I don't know what day it is. Okay, so we wanted to do one of these a day. So tomorrow at 9 o'clock at night, it's Friday night, so you guys probably won't want me to do that. So maybe we'll do one during lunch tomorrow. If we do one during lunch tomorrow, would you guys be able to come? It's at 12 o'clock this time, so that's 3 o'clock Eastern time. I'll decide in the morning, and I'll post in the team page. But we'll try to do one tomorrow, and we'll figure out one for Saturday. But I love all you guys. I wish all you were here, and have a good night. Bye.